Ray-Pec community, welcome to the 2025 first episode of Staff Spotlight. And we come to you here today at the 9th grade center talking to Kim Kruse, health teacher here at the 9th grade center, as well as coach across the district. So Kim, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your progress to get to be a teacher here in Ray-Pec, because I know your experience is a little varied as to how you've got to this point.
Well, I started out back in the day as corporate wellness was kind of the big thing when I graduated from Northwest, and had some cool jobs. Started out at AT&T, and then I went to St. Luke's Hospital, ended up at General Motors, and then we started having kiddos, and my husband, of course, being a teacher and a coach, and then the corporate wellness work in fitness centers, our hours of being able to see each other and raising a family became a little bit difficult at times, schedule-wise. So I ended up at Ray-Pec. Actually, I started out as a secretary.
Okay.
I was at the middle school with Mr. Scully. And as I was doing my secretarial duties, I was the sub-coordinator. And one of the girls that I was working with subbing had got the job at Shell Elementary, and she was kind of had the same credentials as me. We had a degree, but she wasn't a teacher certificate. And right before the school opened, she got a grad position and decided not to take that job. And I asked my husband, I was like, well, I think I have the same credentials as her. Why couldn't I do that job? He goes, I don't know, maybe you should apply. And so I applied and kind of went through the alternative certification, and I haven't looked back.
That's awesome.
When I was in grad or at Northwest, my advisor at the time, right before I was graduating, she was like, hey, you should stick around. Let me get you a grad assistant position and just get your teaching certificate like that. You would be great at that. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And so kind of full circle on how that worked. I went from helping adults to helping the younger generation, and I haven't looked back.
Awesome. We're glad you've done that, because you have touched a lot of lives here in the Ray-Pec School District. I've been in your classroom several times, and I've ventured in and kind of snooped around and watched you teach. So what do you like most about teaching health to basically 9th graders here at the 9th grade center?
I think it's, I enjoy it because that's an age that is, you don't forget a lot of things that you go through at that age. And I just remember, you're trying to figure yourself out. You're trying to figure out who you are. You said a lot of things that you don't really realize that are important. And so it's pretty easy to connect. A lot of things that we talk about are on the news.
Yeah.
A lot of things that go on. So it's easy to kind of connect those kind of things and hopefully instill some values of, as they continue their high school career, that they can take with them.
Yeah, so I know you've had a couple kids come through the system as well. Your husband, a long time, fixture in this school district.
Yes.
What does Ray-Pec mean to you as a family then? What, as you help other families through the process, what do you look back on your Ray-Pec experience like in your current Ray-Pec experience?
So funny you say that, because I remember coming to meet his family, my first time to meet his family, and I'm from St. Joe. We have 4 high schools there. I mean, there's a lot going on, and coming here as we're driving, I was like, so what are we going to have for dinner? And he's like, my mom's making deer steak. And I was like, well, okay. And then I was like, there's not even a Target here. And then as we moved here and established ourselves, I see why people come here. I see why people want to live here and bring their families back, because it is a small town feel,
Yes.
but big opportunities. So I have enjoyed raising my kids and having a family here.
So part of I think when I talk to community members, we are one of the largest school districts in the state with just one high school. Again, to your point, small town feel, but still be able to do class 6 kind of stuff, which is a
Absolutely.
pretty special place. You know, at the beginning of the year, we talked about wanting to be a school district where we care for students at all times, where we help them do hard things, and we will provide innovation and opportunity. So let's combine the first two, caring for students and helping them do hard things. In your role here as a health teacher and as a coach across the district, how do you do that on a daily basis with our kids?
I think what's kind of helped me is my movement, because I started out split between the high school and elementary, and then moved to the middle school. And coming to the high school, I mainly have taught freshmen. And again, as I talked earlier about that stage of the unknown, and I have the opportunity to help them set goals and think about what they might want later in life. Our units of health class make an easy connection of having conversation with kids. It opens doors for them to come ask questions to me privately, or in assignments. You'll find out a lot of responses of what kids are going through that just bring value of what I do teach.
Yeah.
Because you think, are they really gonna? And then a kid will make a response, and you're like, yep, that's exactly why we do what we do.
Yeah, exactly. So I know helping ninth graders understand the long game of life and decisions that they make today, especially as it relates to health, how it impacts time. That's a labor of love. That's probably not the most easiest thing in the world, is it?
It can be a little. I really do try to think about my connection of why we're talking about it. So the lead-in of the unit is, here's what we're doing and here's the why of why we're doing it. So that makes it a little bit easier, even the tough ones.
Yeah.
So you can kind of set the tone at the beginning so everybody feels comfortable, because I always tell kids, you have no idea what the person next to you is going through, has gone through. So we need to be careful with how we say what we say. And everybody has an opinion, and it may not be what you believe, but understanding it might help you have a different relationship with the person.
I'm glad you're helping our kids navigate that, because that is a trying time of life when you're 14 or 15, so you're trying to figure things out. So, thanks for being here today, and our first guest in 2025.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Ray-Pec community, that was Kim Kruse here at the 9th grade center, health teacher extraordinaire and also coach of many sports across this district. Tune in next time, we'll have another special guest. Until then, keep smiling, and we'll see you soon.